Anna Kuti was born on August 19, 1910, as the fourth child of Joseph and Maria in the Kudamalur parish near Kottayam in Kerala. On August 27, 1910, she received the sacrament of baptism at the Kudamalur church. Following the untimely death of her mother, the 3-month-old Anna Kuti was placed under the care of her aunt, Sister Mutuchira Murikan Anama. When she was 3 years old, she fell ill, and she was taken back to Kudamalur for treatment by a Siddha physician. She achieved complete well-being in her father's treatment. On May 16, 1916, Anna Kuti joined the government school at Thonankuji near Kudamalur. On November 27, 1917, she received her first Holy Communion at the Kudamalur church. After completing the 3rd grade, her mother superior, Anama, brought Anna Kuti back to Muttuchirayal for further studies. There, she received education up to the 7th grade at the government school. During that time, the teachings she received from her mother superior instilled in her the seeds of obedience, love, and wisdom. That girl who grew up. To be beautiful, well-mannered, devoted, and wise became a classmate. The desire to become a nun had been deeply rooted in her since childhood. However, the aunt wished to marry the beautiful Anna Kuti into a good family. A marriage was arranged. The day for the engagement arrived. To escape from the wedding, Anna Kuti decided to burn her feet a little in the charcoal pit behind the house. However, in this attempt, she fell into the fire and burned both her legs. As a result, the marriage was called off, and she was thus granted permission to become a nun. On the day of the Feast of the Assumption in 1927, Anna Kuti joined the Franciscan Clare congregation. On August 2, 1928, she received the habit and became Sister Alphonsa. After further studies, on May 19, 1930, she received the religious habit in 1932. She worked for a while as a teacher at the Vaka Card School. After a year of canonical novitiate, on August 12, 1936, she made her perpetual vows and became Sister Alphonsa, belonging to Jesus. From the time she entered the convent until her death, Sister Alphonsa was a patient. She was constantly tormented by severe illnesses and mental anguish. Filled with love for Jesus, she endured suffering. For the sake of the cross and sanctification, she bore all his sufferings. She never complained about anything. The life of suffering of Alphonsa can be summarized in the single phrase, love sacrifice. On July 28, 1946, Alphonsa completed her suffering sacrifice and went to the land of the angels to attain the crown of the greatness of suffering. On 2/12/1953, she was declared Servant of God, on 6/11/1984, Blessed, and on 8/2/1986, Venerable. Thus, the Holy Church recognized the sanctity of Alphonsa. Finally, on 12/10/2008, Pope Benedict XVI declared Alphonsa a saint.